Alright, another week, another dollar. So last week was pretty good week. And, as you can see by the tabs open, these last, five-ish or so, 5 to 7 are, some of the inventory stuff that I was talking about, at the end of last week's video. So, we're gonna start off with this, Dive Rescue 2 patch, $5.99. Next, these three sold together. This, Washington, D.C. Fire, $3.99. This Carlsbad Fire, I'm pretty sure this sold out on offer. I want to say $5.39, and then this Federal Fire. I think these two went out on offer for $5.39, $5.49, one of those numbers. But all three of those sold to the same guy. This has been floating around for quite a while. It's been relisted. But it's this Chesapeake, Virginia Police, the badge style, $6.99 on that. Finally got rid of it. Next was this Philly hat patch. Philly Police hat patch. I had quite a few versions of Philly Police in the lot that this came out of. All the other ones have, or no, it wasn't this lot that it came in. There was a different lot I think I had that had a lot of this, a lot of the couple different versions of Philly, and it was not that lot. Next, some of the stuff that I had for auction did sell. I think everything but all but two things sold at auction, and then out of those two that I relisted, one of them sold. One of them sold right away, or sold within the parameters of the week, or maybe it was both of them. I'll remember when we go through. But we got this Liberty Fire Company number 5. As you can see, the auction started at $6.99. This only went for $7.50, so not worth putting to auction. Nor is this one Howard Fire Company number 15. And what I found, which was cool when I was doing kind of the research on the one of these were like super old firehouses in Baltimore that are no longer open. As you can see, 1830 to 1859. These are very way back in like the beginning of Baltimore being founded. I want to say is probably the time period of when these fire companies existed, which is pretty cool. Which is why I put them to auction. I thought these are something that were pretty cool, maybe kind of rare, might be worth putting to auction. No, it was not. This Watchman Fire company number 16, $6.99. Only one bid on that one. This one had a little bit of action at least. This USS Kearsarge. It ended up going up to $13.50, and it actually went international. I had a guy message me a couple days after this was listed, asking if I would do international if he won. I said yes. It'd be $1.50. I set it for international shipping, and he ended up winning at $13.50. Next is this Emergency Chaplains 911 patch. It's got nothing specific on it. $4.99. And I have two of them, and I sold this one. I had listed first. There was like slight differences in it, which is why I did two separate listings. And this sold right away, and then the other one I listed sold like a day after that one. And I know the other one went international. And I don't remember. This one I want to say didn't go international, but there was something else that sold as well this week that went international to the same guy. Because when I had to send him the invoice, and I needed to do it for the international delivery for him to be able to pay it. And then when he sent me the message, it's in Croatia, I think. So the English is not good. But I was pretty sure I was able to understand from the message that he had bought something else for me, and it did look familiar. And that's what he wanted me to do, was send him the invoice with the foreign international delivery so he could pay for it. Next, Maryland State Police hat patch, $3.99 on that one. Here's another one of this. Yeah, it was one that was auction, didn't sell. Put it back up. Union Fire Company, $7.99. Actually, I think so. Actually, not thinking about it, I think both of them ended up selling. Anyways, Here's a cool one. It's got First National Police Collectors Meet, 1985 in Hollywood, and it's got California and Nevada combined, and it's a pretty cool patch. It's a fairly big patch, which is why I did first class on this, 350. So that sold for $12.99. Next, here is a good one. This Bose Sound Dock 10 digital music system. It does turn on. I could figure that much. Found this in a dumpster. It was in a dumpster with an iPad that I also have listed as well. But the iPad was locked, so it's useless. Just parts on that one. It's only worth $10 plus 10 shipping, so it's not great. But this, when I looked it up, this is worth like about 90-ish. I seen a couple other comps. And this one's in okay shape. It's a little dirty, like this. You can see it's a little dirty. But the biggest thing, which is kind of towards the end, is you can kind of see in the photos that the bottom seems to be kind of separating. I don't know if that's from when I dropped it out of the dumpster. I did try to cushion its fall. I didn't just straight chuck it out because I figured it might be worth something. Kind of just as a just in case, but as you can see, it's starting to separate from the bottom. So I finally got this packed and listed. It's been sitting around for a couple months now. But like I said, I finally got around to packing it. I double boxed it. I put it in a nice heavy duty small box from Home Depot, and then I put that box inside of a Chewy box. Kind of patted it around. It probably would have been fine in just the heavy duty small box, but there was parts of it that were right against the edge, which is why I decided I'll take the extra precaution and double box it. So when I did that and finally got it listed, put it up for $60 plus 30 shipping. Because I kind of was playing around with the base shipping. UPS would be about $20, based on my calculations, through the calculate shipping. So I put it upped it to 30 and put it at 60 or best offer. A day or two later, I get a best offer of 35, which is, as you can see, almost half off. So it was a bit of an insult. I countered back at 45, and then he countered back at 43 to be extra annoying. I hate when people nickel and dime, over like $2. It's just annoying. So I accepted it because it is kind of bulky. So just to get out of here, and it cost me nothing. So I accepted. He paid the shipping of $30, and the shipping actually it was going to Wisconsin, so the shipping only ended up being $19. But the box cost me almost, it was $2.50. I used quite a bit of packing paper and some bubble wrap and all that, so I didn't do a refund on the shipping, and because he kind of nickeled and dimed me down a bit, and negotiated hard, so I didn't refund that shipping, and that was, we'll call it payment for my time. So I don't have the number offhand, but I want to say it was still ended up profiting like $40 off this, so that was good. Next we have this Hearst Jaws of Life 50-year anniversary patch. I got 2 of them. Sold one of them right away for $9.99. This has not been paid for. This Jefferson County, Kentucky Fire, $5.99 on this. The fire's got like 100 plus feedback, so the non-payment is nonsensical. I did check right before this started. I don't have the cancel order for non-payment yet, even though I'm pretty sure it's been long enough that I should be able to cancel this order. I think I have another day or two before I can cancel it. So as long as I remember and it doesn't get buried, I will go ahead and cancel this and block that buyer. Next is Emergency Equipment Inc. fire truck manufacturer in North Carolina. Sold that for $7.99. And actually, I have a story about canceling an order. I'll talk about it on the next when we get to the other account, I'll talk about it. Next we have this Orange County, Florida Sheriff's Office, $4.99 on that one. This fire alarm operator, $4.99 on that one. National Academy of Emergency Fire Dispatch, that sold out on offer $6.29. This was another nice sale. This MS, it's pretty much, as you can see, it's a handicap push plate. Found this in a dumpster at Door. It's a door place. It's a place that specializes in commercial doors. They throw out push plates every once in a while. But this one I found it was new in the bubble wrap. At least I'm pretty sure it's new. And I said it might be missing some screws, but I'm like new because I'm pretty sure it's new. But I am slightly concerned because of them throwing it out, because they are that a door place. Why did they throw it out and not use it? But it looked new, so hopefully it is. I got it sent out today, so we'll find out. We'll find out later this week if it is actually still new. The condition is used, but a little iffy thing. So we'll find out this week. Of course, they do have up to 30 days to complain. So sold that for $20 plus 7 shipping. After fees, it's like $15 on that. These next two things sold together. Yes, this was the second thing that didn't sell. This Baltimore Firehouse Expo in Muster. This I'm pretty sure sold out on offer. And the guy sent me a message if I do combined shipping. I told him yes. And then he bought this Baltimore United for $7.99. And I didn't actually do a combined shipping on it because when he was doing that, I figured he was gonna get like 2, 3, or if I was thinking like 3 to 5 things. Usually, if someone's gonna actually ask about it, because usually nobody bothers with it when it's just the 2 items, just paying the extra $1. So, if he does say anything, I will refund him the whole $1. So that's that with those two. And he asked me that too, even though I do have in my description that I will combine the shipping. So he clearly didn't read. These next two things sold together. There's Riverhead, New York, K9, $6.99 on that. And then this East Hampton, New York, $7.99 on this. And this is interesting. It was going to Alaska, of all places. It was going to... Why can't I think of it now? I'm totally blanking on it, but I know the location, Dutch Harbor, that's where it was going. I was going to Dutch Harbor to a P.O. box. Next is, I don't even want to try and pronounce this, this Rhode Island Fire Company at $6.99 on that one. Here's the other emergency chaplain, as I went over the story on the first one. Next is this Cudwell Well Control. It's got blowouts, firefighting well control. This is a fairly big patch. So that's why I did the first class shipping on this, and sold it for $14.99 within like 2-3 days. Which is definitely good because, like I said, it's a very big patch, and out of everything else that I got, and a lot of small stuff, so it doesn't quite store well. So it was good to sell this right away. And that went out this morning. Next is this Triad Fire Equipment for North and South Carolina, $5.99 on that one. The lot that I bought, it had a lot of these like fire equipment and stuff. I showed it in the last video. It was the lots where the guy dropped it off accidentally at the post office instead of UPS. That lot, those 3 lots had a lot of not just straight fire company ones. I don't even think there was any in there. It was pretty much all different, like, firefighting related patches, and some other oddball ones in there as well. I still have a stack of them to get to. Last thing was this blank Wildland Firefighters patch at $7.99. And I didn't say, when I pulled this is actually kind of small. So I'm hoping that doesn't lead to a complaint, because this is quite small. You can kind of tell in this photo that it's not, like, I don't know if it qualifies as a shoulder patch. But that's it for the sales on this account. So next, I'm going to kind of quickly go over the lots that I won, that I showed you at the end of last video. There was one that I didn't win. I got outbid, like, at the last minute for $50. It went for $51. So that was annoying. And I was at work when they started all selling and didn't have the tabs pulled up or anything. And pretty much when I started getting the notifications that I won, the other auctions had already ended. Otherwise, I would have scooped in and picked up some more lots, because these are actually not bad lots. But I like this one right here in the corner, this rollover capital Mohegan Fire for Mohegan Lake. That I'm actually going to keep for myself. Otherwise, I would sell it, and probably sell right away to the other buyer downstate. But these lots are actually not that bad. There's actually some. They're not all $3.99 specials. Some of them are a couple of the Philly ones, or like this LA Fire helicopter that is. And then there's something else. Like I said, a couple of Philly ones. I don't know if I ever showed you. I ordered a big roll of bubble wrap, which how nice it's now on sale. I'm pretty sure from when I bought it. That's wonderful. And then this quarter, I spent my coupon on these 864 boxes. These are, I figure, if I do get more into selling, this year, like this will be good for like remotes, and there's a couple other small stuff that I have that these boxes should work well for. So moving on from that account, we're gonna move on to the other account. That's not a page I should be showing you. Going to start with this Middleborough, Plymouth, Massachusetts, $7.99, and that one. A lot of these are from the. Oh no, this is not from the overpriced one, but a lot of these are from that overpriced lot that I bought. A lot of that stuff has sold already, which is good. Got this Commonwealth of Massachusetts Department of Mental Health. This sold out on offer $17.99. I didn't realize with the 10% off how much it took off, and I sent it first class because of the price. Otherwise, I would not have offered 10% off on that, I don't think, at that high. Here's one I forgot to scroll the buyer's information down from. I forgot to do that on all of them, I think. Hold on a second. Alright, so I'll fix that. Next we have this Massachusetts State Police. This sold out on offer, $7.19. There's only one thing sold out on offer on the last account. On this account, there was tons of stuff that sold out on offers. Like this Essex County, New Jersey Sheriff sold for $4.49. Plymouth County Sheriff's $5.99 on that one. Got this Albuquerque Canine, $7.99 on that. What was cool out of that lot, there was a couple different. I want to say there's 4 different Albuquerque ones, and one of them was the homicide one, which I kept for myself, and then the rest I listed. On this canine, I think was like the only one that was really anything good. The rest of them were fairly common ones. Now this is something you'll see a couple times. This was crazy. This Austin, Texas Police subdued one. I have 5 of them. I've sold 4 of them. The 4 sold. That was all this week, which was insane. I think only one of them sold on offer. The rest of them all sold at full price. So that was nuts that this finally just hit. And I do have promoted listings on this. It cost me 15 cents. But this was out of that one lot that was I got for practically pennies. It was like 40 cents I paid for them. So I'll gladly pay the 15 cents promoted listing fees, which I usually don't do, because there's not really, it's eating into my profits, but I'm not too worried about it on these because I have such a low cost of goods. Next is Marietta, Georgia Police, $3.99 on that one. And I want to say the Albuquerque, the Austin, Texas, and the Marietta, these all 3 all sold together, I'm pretty sure. I think they all sold to the same buyer, but it wasn't on the same. Yeah, they all sold to the same buyer, but he didn't do it on one order, which I hate when people do that. If you're going to buy multiple things, do it on the same order. Do it all at once. I hate when it's separated like that. Because then I'm paying fees on every single transaction. On all 3 of them, I'm paying the $1.50 fees instead of, if it was on all together, it would be like $2. So next we have this Crescent City, just a city patch for California, not in great shape, sold out on offer $4.49. Next, New Jersey State Certified Animal Control Officer Association, $7.99 on that one. Another Austin, Texas one, you get the point. Massachusetts State Explosive Canine, this sold out on offer $7.19. Arizona Department of Public Safety, $5.99. Arizona State Troopers, their version. The Salem, Massachusetts subdued one, sold for $4.99. These normally are $3.99ers, but because I paid $3 a piece for them, I listed it up a little bit. Austin, Texas again. Berlin, Massachusetts, $6.99 on that one. Lenore, North Carolina, sold out on offer, $6.29. Ohio Deputy Sheriff, $4.99 on that one. This Boston Strong, this is from the Boston Marathon bombing, $7.99 on that. I don't know why I put free shipping. That was an accident. Next is this Pawtucket, Rhode Island Police, $8.99 on that one. And then these two Austin ones sold together, the subdued one and then the normal one, each for $5.99. So that's it for the sales. I do want to talk about two things actually. I got a item not received claim. It was the little badge style security patch. I just instant refunded. Big deal. It was $4.99. Not a big deal. But last week I talked about the Maryland State Police canine that didn't sell, that the buyer didn't pay for, and I was going to cancel it. I canceled it, and then the day after, I think it was, or it was either that night or the day after, the buyer messaged me, "Why did you cancel the order? I was going to pay tomorrow." And I told him it had been 4 days already. It had been 4 days and you hadn't paid for it, and I just left it at that. Blocked them, and never heard anything back. So I'm assuming they were not actually going to pay tomorrow. If they were, they're going to give me some hassle of some kind, so I just canceled it, relisted it, and blocked them. So that is it for this week. There's nothing else, no new inventory in the pipeline, nothing else that I can think of off the top of my head. So we will see you next week.